At the Health and Sports Center at Kearney, Nebraska, 2 champions crowned, 8 more to go, including 141, which is just ahead. But first, let's take a look at the awarding of the medals. And at 125, Trevor Charbonneau beat Tyler Zuckerman 5-2, and Charbonneau here in front of the home crowd is your national champion on the stand. Arsenio Barksdale finishing in 3rd. Eddie Lopez was 4th. Chris Niedermeyer in 5th. Derek Basso in 6th. Chris Tramp in 7th from Augustana, and from Upper Iowa, Tyler Mumblow in 8th. And so there's a look at the 125 finishers, all All-Americans.
There was no returning All-Americans in that weight class. It was wide open, anybody's to win. Charbonneau, he gets the job done.
16 wrestlers come here in each weight class. 8 will become All-Americans and 1 champion, and that was Trevor Charbonneau at 125. Let's go back to PA announcer Todd Hibbs for the introduction at 141.
And now, wrestling fans, for a championship at 141 pounds. He'll wrestle from the red corner, a freshman from Shippensburg, Stephen Fittery. And out of the green corner, a junior from Central Oklahoma, Kyle Evans.
The referee for this championship match, Gary May of Kansas City, Missouri.
So Fittery and Evans here. This is number 1 versus number 3 ranked wrestlers nationally. Kyle Evans comes in number 1 from Central Oklahoma. So 3 matches and 3 Broncos we've had an opportunity to watch. First 2 unsuccessful, but Kyle Evans is number 1 in the nation.
All have similar styles. Evans, on paper, this is a mismatch. You've got a 3-time All-American versus a true freshman from Shippensburg. Talking with Coach Tabar of Shippensburg, he says this young man does not act like a freshman on the mat or in the classroom. He's a very mature young man, and it's proven out today. He's in the finals and against one of the best wrestlers in Division II, undefeated. What more can we say about Kyle Evans?
38-0, the junior from Edmond, Oklahoma. Edmond is where Central Oklahoma is located. So he wrestles for the home school. Finished 6th in 2001, did Evans.
Evans had a overtime sudden victory decision in the semifinals. His other 2 matches he were won by major decision. So he did get a close one against Doug Sura of West Liberty. And Fittery, he's won 9-3, 4-0, 6-1. Was in control of all those matches. Very good on his feet. You can tell he's got a very strong upper body. He's not a thrower. He likes that low leg single action. Very similar to Central Oklahoma.
Evans in on the single leg.
Letting him wrestle out of bounds there. Good. Getting into the coach's chair. Shippensburg, Fittery makes a nice first shot, and Evans does a counter reshot. Gets in deep again. Center of the mat, that might have been a little closer. Here they go again. Just under 2 minutes.
Fittery, just a freshman, as you said, Jeff, from Denver.
Denver, Pennsylvania.
Denver, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Cocalico High School.
Was not a state champion. Best he took, I believe, was 6th in the state last year. There's a nice duck under. Should be 2 points. No, he's calling both up. That was right on the line.
Right on it.
Oh, there he goes.
Right at the edge, and this time he gives the 2. So
either the assistant referee helped him out or the crowd did. One of the 2. But
Gary Mayab is your referee from Kansas City, Missouri. The assistant, Pat Fitzgerald. And here's one more look at it.
Yeah, that's definitely 2. It was on the line. They give him plenty of room in the out-of-bounds line. Good call by the first a bad no call, then a good call. So he's up 2-0, Evans. Still have a minute left in the first period. We do like these national championship matches where they give you an assistant referee. They can confer. You want the best to happen for these kids. You don't want to have a blown call. When you have 2 seasoned officials, that's how it should work out. We did have in a match earlier today going in for 7th and 8th, I believe, where they actually had to show the replay of a match to see if it was a fall or not before time ran out. And they overruled that, went by the videotape, and the kids kept wrestling.
After about a 15 or 20 minute break.
Yeah, it was long. Yeah, the kids put their gear back on. They had to warm up again, but they did the right thing.
Yep.
Evans, very strong leg rider. Watching his first 3 matches, he gets that crossbody right in. He looks for a cradle. He works for arm bars. He changes pinning combinations. Did not get called for stalling at all. Here's trying to do a crossbody into a Turk position. Look at the pressure he's putting on that kid's low back. Might not be turning him now, but he's making him weak for that third period.
Evans has certainly been dominant in his matches, winning 9-1 his opening round, 13-0 in his quarterfinal match, and struggled a bit against Doug Sura of West Liberty State, winning 3-1 in sudden victory in his semifinal match. But
Fittery defers his choice, and Central Oklahoma gets it, and Evans takes down. Evans kind of coasted into the finals. He defeated the number 7 man in the semifinals to get there. Fittery had to beat the number 6 and number 5 ranked wrestlers to get to the finals. He gets to his feet. He had hand control. Fittery does a good job of breaking him back down.
So 2-0, Evans with the lead here in this third period. Second period.
He's got that first period takedown. Now he's trying to get his one escape. He's in where he could get reversal points here. Fittery's worked off that riding time down, and now they're going to, UCO people are yelling 2-2, and Aries going to get it. It's real important to cut that 2-point reversal as fast as they can because of that riding time clock. So the fans, of course, they always want it 5 seconds before the referee calls it.
Right.
Building that time back up. He's going to go over a minute here of riding time. He's up 4-0. The riding time clock gives him another point. And so really the score right now would be 5-0 if the match terminated now. We have a minute left in the first period.
Evans looking to stay unbeaten on the year. Just a junior, came in 38-0, the only undefeated wrestler in the field in these championships. A couple of wrestlers with 1 loss on the year, but Evans, the only unbeaten wrestler in the Division II National Championship.
And given UCO's schedule, that's phenomenal. They wrestle a lot of Division I competition. They go to the Oklahoma Open, Oklahoma State Open, so it's not like he's just wrestling Division II competition. He's wrestling the best in the nation throughout the Midwest. Here he is again with that crossbody ride. As long as he's working for a pinning combination, he's not going to get a stall call. They might call a stalemate. Looking there for a cradle. Doesn't really have a real good chance of getting it. Fittery is very, very strong upper body. He's got hand control there, but he's working on that riding time clock, less than, getting that clock worn down, and he's making Fittery carry all of his body weight, makes the kid work hard and not getting any points out of it. So it's going to end up, this period is going to end up 4-0.
And he's really at about a minute and a half. He's going to be about 2 minutes riding time by the end of this period. With 1:59 of riding time for Kyle Evans, so an extra point there. Up 4-0 as we head now to the third period.
And the coach Tabor, he says, you're not going to escape him. We got to go on our feet. So going to the third period, he takes both up. He's down by 5. He's got to be thinking, boy, I got to get a bunch of takedowns here, go for a high point move, maybe a throw. But so far he has been dominated by the senior with the 3 All-Americans belts underneath him. Again, something we would expect. Seems like all the Central Oklahoma, they're even all kind of built alike. Nice deep shot. Trying to finish that John Smith style of finishing, and gets his head off to the side. Good hips by Evans. Good hips. Keeps his hits up. He's going to turn that into his own 2 points. Counters off that shot, gets 2 more points, 6-0 with the riding time is 7. He could be thinking major and get some more team points here. Got it locked up, but Coach James, he just likes to see the kid work as hard as he can for 7 minutes. Unfortunately, you don't get 2 points for 2 minutes of riding time, or 3 points for 3. You only get that 1 point. But he is, that's defeating when a young man looks up there from the bottom. He said, boy, I'm being ridden for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That kind of takes some of the energy and excitement away from you.
Evans in control on top 6-0 here in this third period, 141.
And trying to just flip those hips over. Sometimes you can flip the hips hard and get into a Turk position, get some back points. That's what he's working on. He's close to an over scissors on that leg, or he breaks away from that. Would be an illegal move, but he gets out of that quick. And he's tried to hit that cradle 3 or 4 times, no success, but hasn't gotten called for any stalling or even a stalemate. I thought there he finally called a stalemate with 20 seconds left in the period.
So back to the center of the circle for Evans and Fittery. Fittery on the bottom. Evans in charge, it's up 6-0.
We've got a good contingent of Central Oklahoma fans here, but they're kind of quiet right now. They lost their first two matches, and they expect Evans to win and dominate, and that's what he's doing. Larry lets him up with 10 seconds left.
Fittery right in there.
Yeah, it goes right after him. Very strong, muscular young man.
Well, maybe down 6-0 or 6-1 now, but
I have a feeling we'll see this young man again next year. They're just going to cut to kill his time. They're the UCO fans. They're happy.
But Kyle Evans, your national champion at 141 from Central Oklahoma. The Broncos are going to win the team title, and Kyle Evans has won an individual title at 141. He finishes the season unbeaten at 39-0.
Phenomenal year. Any kid that can go undefeated, that's a great accomplishment. That's a great program.
You see the big hug for UCO head coach David James there. And so congratulations to Kyle Evans, the national champ at 141, and he's with Seth Denny.
Kyle, congratulations. You run the slate, you win the national championship.
Just a lot of hard work, coaches. Just a big support group, you know, never letting the pressure get to me on something like that. I think that was huge.
Last year runner-up, this year a championship. That's got to feel good.
It does, you know. Last year was nice, but left a bitter taste in my mouth, and I've been thinking about it ever since. It's glad to accomplish something finally.
Well, you've done that. National champ, way to go. Congratulations.
So congratulations to Kyle Evans, the national champ at 141. 149 is just ahead from Kearney, Nebraska. We'll be back.